Hello, Monstera and relative groups from Monsteroid, the subfamily of Houraishou, are frequently cultivated in botanical gardens and greenhouses, but it is not frequent that you can see it inflorescence in a full flower. So this is one of these inflorescences, and as typical for the family, it is covered with whitish leaf. So this is leaf which make inflorescence visible for pollinating insects. Within inflorescence, there is so-called spadix, the very tightly connected flowers in one like spike-like inflorescence. At first, if you look on the top of that spadix, you will see almost smooth surface, which is broken in some like hexagonal plates. So these plates correspond with stigmas of flowers. Flowers don't have perianths, they have stamens and pistil, and at first you will see only the very topmost surface of the pistil. If you go down along the inflorescence, you will see next stages. On next stage, pistil is capable to accept pollen, and you can see receptive surface, sometimes with drops of nectar or any liquid which helps insects to pollinate the flower. And then cracks between these stigma plates start to be broader, and through these cracks you will see stamens. So that will be male stage of the flowering. So like this is going from top to bottom, female first and male second, and male part like stamens are hidden within female parts until the time of flowering comes. This is a very good idea of separation, male and female stage. So many adaptations related with flowering of Monsteras. For example, some of them will enclose insects in this leaf until the flowering stage will go, and then insects will fly away, probably bearing the pollen. Some of them, as this one, doing some nectar on nectar-like structures. Some of them make very odorate attractiveness odor. Some of them will increase the temperature, so like in palms and in aroids also there is kind of temperature related pollination. So at night time especially, temperature in outside is slightly lower than within inflorescence. That will attract insects which go within, and that will help plant to be pollinated. Leaves of aroids, I mean Monstera, philodendrons and many others, have another interesting adaptation. They are supplied with holes. So these leaves have openings which are very natural origins. So when leaf is growing, there is a meristems, so dividing cells which support that growth of leaves. And in some places in that leaf, cells are dying. So surrounding cells continue to grow, but in places where cells are dead, there will appear holes. So that's called necromorphosis, one of the way of how to make compound leaves. For example, palms make their leaves in very similar ways. So some cells are dying and other cells are growing. So in that case, these holes will help plant to withstand the typical problem of large leaf. Large leaves are very useful because they will bring lots of photosynthesis, but it is easy to damage, especially with the wind. In case of banana, leaves are very easy to break and they still be functional. In case of aroids, leaves are not breakable because of presence of these holes. So the plant itself is a vine, but here it's cultivated as a creeping plant. That's also okay. So in many African places it's just a creeping plant in the bottoms of the forest. But in South America you can see that climbing other plants. So many monsteras can be very effective climbers and go to the big distance between crowns of trees. So this is a monstera, and I'm sitting in a botanical garden not far away from Kagashima. That's the very south of Satsuma Peninsula, almost the southernmost point of Japan. And of course, tropical plants can be cultivated here almost without cover. And today is September 20. Thank you.